Top 25 Data Migration Engineer Interview Questions and Answers. Data migration engineers play a critical role in ensuring smooth, secure, and accurate transfer of data across platforms, systems, and databases. Whether companies are upgrading software, moving to the cloud, or consolidating systems, they rely on experts who understand data integrity, ETL processes, testing, and troubleshooting. This guide includes the top 25 interview questions with detailed, 80-word answers to help you prepare confidently and demonstrate your technical, analytical, and problem-solving skills during interviews. 1. What experience do you have in data migration projects? I have worked on multiple end-to-end data migration projects involving database upgrades, system transitions, and cloud migrations. My experience includes analyzing legacy systems, designing ETL pipelines, implementing mapping rules, validating data, and resolving inconsistencies. I've worked with tools like SQL Server Integration Services, SSIS, Informatica, Talend, and cloud services such as AWS DMS and Azure Data Factory. I prioritize data accuracy, quality checks, and documentation to ensure smooth and error-free migrations. 2. How do you approach planning a data migration project? I begin by assessing the source and target systems, identifying data structures, and understanding business requirements. Then I create a detailed migration strategy that includes timelines, dependencies, tools, transformation rules, and potential risks. I collaborate with stakeholders to confirm data mapping, quality standards, and testing procedures. Additionally, I create fallback and rollback plans to handle unexpected issues. Proper planning ensures accuracy, reduces downtime, and supports a successful migration process. 3. What tools have you used for data migration? I have used several tools depending on project requirements. For ETL, I rely on SSIS Talend, Informatica, and Pentaho. For cloud migrations, I work with AWS Database Migration Service, Azure Data Factory, and Google Cloud Dataflow. I also use SQL scripts, Python automation, and APIs for data extraction and transformation. My goal is always to choose the most efficient, scalable, and secure tool for the specific migration scenario. 4. How do you ensure data quality during migration? I ensure data quality by performing comprehensive data profiling before migration. I identify duplicates, missing fields, incorrect formats, and inconsistencies. During the migration, I use validation rules, transformation logic, and automated checks to maintain accuracy. After migration, I conduct reconciliation, record counts, checksum comparisons, and user acceptance testing. Communication with business teams helps ensure definitions and values align with requirements. Maintaining data quality is essential for reliable system functionality. 5. What are the biggest challenges in data migration? Data migration challenges include incomplete or corrupted legacy data, mismatched data structures, performance issues, and integration conflicts. Another challenge is ensuring accuracy while avoiding downtime, especially in large-scale systems. Additionally, stakeholder expectations, unclear requirements, and limited documentation complicate the process. To handle these challenges, I rely on thorough planning, data profiling, risk assessment, and regular communication. Proactive problem-solving and validation steps ensure smooth and reliable migration. 6. How you handle data mapping discrepancies. I start by thoroughly analyzing both source and target schemas to identify mismatches in structure, formats, or data types. I collaborate with business analysts or SMEs to clarify rules and determine appropriate transformation logic. If fields are missing or incompatible, I propose alternative mapping strategies or required modifications. I document everything clearly and communicate impacts to stakeholders. Effective handling of mapping discrepancies ensures accurate and meaningful data migration. 7. What is your experience with ETL processes? I have extensive experience designing, developing, and optimizing ETL pipelines for data extraction, transformation, and loading. My expertise includes building workflows in SSIS, Talend, and Informatica, as well as creating custom ETL scripts using SQL and Python. I focus on clean data extraction, applying business rules during transformation, and ensuring efficient loading into target systems. I also monitor performance, implement error handling, and document processes for long-term maintainability. 8. How do you ensure data security during migration? Data security is a priority in every migration. I use encrypted connections, secure file transfer protocols, and role-based access controls to protect sensitive data. I avoid unnecessary data exposure by restricting access and masking confidential fields when required. I also conduct security assessments, follow compliance standards like GDPR or HIPAA, and work closely with security teams. Maintaining a secure migration environment ensures trust and prevents unauthorized data access. 9. How do you handle large volume data migrations? To handle large volume migrations, I optimize ETL workloads by using batch processing, partitioning, parallelization, and incremental migration techniques. I assess system capacity and ensure the infrastructure supports high-volume transfers. Monitoring performance and tuning queries help reduce processing time. I also schedule migrations during low-traffic periods to minimize production impact. Maintaining checkpoints and logs allows quick recovery in case of failures. Efficiency and reliability are key in large-scale migrations. 10. What strategies do you use for minimizing downtime? I minimize downtime by using phased or incremental migration strategies, allowing data to sync continuously with minimal disruption. I schedule cutovers during off-peak hours and pre-validate data before switching systems. Using replication tools like AWS DMS or database mirroring helps transition without affecting ongoing operations. Detailed planning, strong communication, and rehearsed rollback plans ensure that downtime is kept to a minimum and business operations remain stable. 11. What is your process for validating migrated data? I validate migrated data through a combination of record counts, checksum comparisons, sampling, and field-level verification. I compare key metrics between source and target systems to confirm accuracy. Automated scripts help speed up validation and reduce errors. I also collaborate with business teams to ensure functional correctness and alignment with expected outcomes. Thorough validation ensures that the migrated data is complete, accurate, and ready for production use. 12. How do you manage unexpected migration errors? I start by reviewing detailed logs and identifying the source of the error. Once the issue is diagnosed, I apply targeted fixes, whether related to schema mismatches, transformation logic, or system limitations. To prevent recurrence, I update validation scripts, transformation rules, or documentation. I always communicate with stakeholders about the issue, impact, and resolution steps. Having rollback and recovery strategies ensures minimal business disruption during unexpected errors. 13. Explain the difference between full, incremental, and delta migrations. A full migration transfers all data from the source to the target system, ideal for initial setups. Incremental migration moves only new or modified data since the last migration cycle. Delta migration is similar but often includes additional logic to detect changes using timestamps, triggers, or logs. Incremental and delta approaches reduce downtime and improve performance. Choosing the right method depends on system requirements, data volume, and complexity. 14. What databases have you worked with during migrations? I have worked with SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and MongoDB. I also have experience with cloud databases, such as Amazon RDS, Azure SQL Database, and Google Cloud SQL. Each platform has unique features, so I adjust migration strategies accordingly. My ability to work across multiple database technologies enables me to provide flexibility, troubleshoot effectively, and ensure successful migrations across diverse system environments. 15. How do you ensure compatibility between source and target systems? I begin by analyzing data models, types, constraints, and relationships in both systems. When differences arise, I design transformation rules, create compatibility scripts, or adjust schemas as needed. I test frequently using sample data and collaborate with development teams to confirm technical alignment. Ensuring compatibility helps prevent data loss, corruption, or functional issues after migration. Thorough preparation and testing guarantee smooth integration between systems. 16. How do you manage documentation throughout a project? I maintain clear, structured documentation that includes data mappings, transformation rules, test cases, error logs, architecture diagrams, and step-by-step migration procedures. Good documentation ensures consistency, transparency, and continuity for teams. It helps future developers understand decisions and simplifies troubleshooting. I update documents regularly as changes occur and store them in shared repositories for easy access. Proper documentation is essential for long-term project success. 17. How you handle corrupted or incomplete legacy data. I first profile the legacy data to identify the extent of corruption or missing values. Then I collaborate with business teams to determine acceptable remediation methods, whether cleaning, reconstructing, or discarding specific records. I apply transformation rules or create scripts to correct issues. Data validation checkpoints help ensure fixes are accurate. Handling corrupted data requires both technical knowledge and strong communication to ensure the final dataset is meaningful and reliable. 18. Describe a successful migration project you completed. In a recent project, I migrated a client's on-premise SQL Server database to AWS RDS. I started by analyzing database schemas, designing ETL workflows, and creating transformation rules. I used AWS DMS for incremental replication to minimize downtime. Throughout the process, I monitored performance, validated data, and resolved schema conflicts. The cutover was completed with minimal disruption, and the client experienced significant performance improvements. The project succeeded through planning, testing, and collaboration. 19. How do you prioritize tasks during a migration? I prioritize tasks based on dependencies, business impact, risk level, and deadlines. Critical components, such as schema design, data mapping, and validation, come first. I also consider resource availability and system constraints. Using project management tools helps track progress and maintain visibility for stakeholders. Prioritization ensures efficiency, prevents bottlenecks, and keeps the migration on schedule. 20. What steps do you take before the final cutover? Before cutover, I conduct a full system review, validate mappings, check schema alignment, and confirm successful test migrations. I run performance checks and verify scripts, schedules, and backup plans. I also communicate cutover timelines to all stakeholders and prepare rollback strategies. Ensuring all pre-cutover steps are completed reduces the risk of downtime, errors, and business disruption. 21. What scripting languages do you use in migration tasks? I frequently use SQL for data extraction and transformation. Python is my preferred language for automation, validation scripts, API integrations, and large-scale processing tasks. I also use Bash or PowerShell for command line operations, file management, and cloud resource automation. Scripting helps streamline workflows, reduce manual work, and ensure accuracy in migration activities. 22. How do you collaborate with cross-functional teams? I maintain open communication with business analysts, developers, DBAs, QA teams, and stakeholders. Regular meetings help align expectations and clarify requirements. I share updates, document changes, and resolve issues collaboratively. When teams understand the migration impact, they provide better support. Strong collaboration ensures technical accuracy, smooth testing, and successful deployment. 23. How do you test data migration processes? I test migrations using unit tests, integration tests, and full-scale dry runs. I validate record counts, data accuracy, business rule compliance, and system performance. I compare data across environments using automated scripts and sampling techniques. Comprehensive testing identifies issues early and ensures the final migration is reliable. User acceptance testing adds another layer of confidence before going live. 24. What is your process for rollback planning? Rollback planning involves preparing backups, snapshots, or restore points before migration begins. I outline steps for reverting to the previous system in case of issues and ensure all teams understand the plan. Clear rollback documentation and rehearsed procedures reduce risks during cutover. A strong rollback plan is essential for protecting data integrity and preventing extended downtime. 25. Why should we hire you for this data migration engineer role? You should hire me because I bring strong technical expertise, hands-on experience, and a proactive approach to solving complex migration challenges. I'm skilled in ETL design, data mapping, cloud platforms, and performance optimization. I communicate effectively with technical and business teams, ensuring transparency and smooth execution. My focus on quality, documentation, and security helps deliver reliable results. I'm committed to contributing to successful projects and continuous improvement within your organization. Data migration engineering requires a mix of technical expertise, analytical thinking, problem solving, and strong communication skills. By preparing for these top 25 interview questions, you'll be ready to demonstrate your understanding of ETL processes, cloud technologies, system compatibility, and data quality. These answers help you present yourself confidently and highlight your ability to manage complex migration challenges. With the right preparation, you can excel in your interview and secure a rewarding role in data migration engineering.